Hey guys, this is Reverend Sean again. Today we're going to do the fifth installment of the Wheel of Samsara Dependent Origination, and that's all going to be about the sense doors. So we're going to have a little house with 5 little windows, or 5 little doors, and there are 6 of them actually. But anyway, who cares? Stay tuned. We'll be right into it. Thanks. Hey, and welcome back. This is Reverend Sean Thompson of the Centered Path and Basic Buddhist. We've been going over the Wheel of Samsara here, and we're traveling along this whole outer rim area, which is called the wheel. The part of the wheel is called the dependent origination, as things develop in the mind and body and all those kind of things. We've gone through a bunch of them already, and we're now over here to a little house, and it has 6 windows, but it should have 6 doors, because this is really talking about the 6 senses, the 6 sense doors, if you will. And those would be 1, the nose for smelling, right? The eyes for seeing, that's 2. The ears for hearing, the tongue for tasting, and the body, the fingers for touching, and the mind for thinking. Now each one of those, everything we experience comes through those doors, into our minds, into our existence, into our concept of the world based on everything else. And we had to have a body, we had to have the crazy mind, and all of these different things in order to get to here. From here, we're going to have that information in, and we're going to end up having contact. It's like mental contact, if you will. Now there is physical contact, there is emotional contact, and all of these different kind of things. We'll talk about that a little bit next time, but here we're talking about how we, for example, taste something. You feel it, you see it, you touch it. This is a great meditation, and when you're doing a meditation on eating, or you're doing a meditation on drinking tea or coffee, or you're doing any kind of meditation where there's something, washing the dishes is a great one I always like to use, because in there you would have all of your sense doors open. All of your sense doors, you try to get them all focused onto one thing. Many times we're tasting one thing, thinking about another thing, doing something else, as all of these things are scattered, and that's not mindfulness. And when you're not mindful, you become mindless. And when you become mindless, you do things wrong. You can cut yourself, for example, if you're cutting tomatoes or something with a sharp knife, you're not paying attention, you're chewing gum and tapping your feet and doing all these different things, you could cut yourself, and that's not being mindful. So this is kind of part of that. The 6 sense doors also, like I said, you can use them for meditation. I have a guided meditation on that. You can use either a raisin or a peanut or whatever, like a glass of tea or a cup of tea. If you use a cup of tea, we want to start with any of the sense doors that we first begin with. When we see the cup of tea, we have to observe it and watch it mindfully. We can smell it, right? We can hear as it's poured. We can listen as we move. You can hear all of these different things. You can feel the warmth of the cup, the smoothness of the cup as you lift the cup, the weight of the cup, the visualization of the steam rising off it, the smell as it gets closer to you, the first touch as you touch the cup to your lips, then the taste, and then the warmth, and all of those different things. And then what your mind does with that, that's a great meditation. So if you've ever experienced or seen Chado, basically a meditation on drinking tea, you can appreciate how beautiful that is, and you can make that beauty anything you want. Eating an ice cream, washing the dishes, like I said, vacuuming the floor. Not that I want you to do chores. If you want to, come here, you can do them for me, no problem. But again, this is Dhammajivaka with the Centered Path. I'm so happy you guys are watching this. Please go down and subscribe. Share it with your friends if they're interested. You guys can start discussions about it. Talk about it. Talk about it with me. Ask me questions. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Share. All these cool things which will help me spread this kind of word. Okay, and I'd love to see this just blow up. Not for any other reason than I want people to be not afraid of these pictures, not afraid of asking questions in Buddhism, not worried about doing something wrong, because it's all trial and error, man. It's good to have a good teacher, but it's also better to kind of have some recon and have someone who can tell you what this stuff is, so you walk in with no clue is worse to me than walking in and go like, wait a minute, I know something about that. Then you can ask better questions. Does that make sense? Anyway, this is Dhammajivaka again. You have a great one. Thank you so much for watching. And watch the previous ones. Watch the next one. The next one we're going to get into is contact. That's a cool one too. Thanks. Bye.